It's crucial to keep in mind that each person and circumstance is unique, making it challenging to accurately anticipate someone's actions. Typically, people with narcissistic traits may show a tendency to re-enter the lives of those they have previously devalued and blocked, particularly if they believe it aligns with their personal interests. It varies based on various factors. For instance, the type of narcissist you're interacting with plays a significant role, whether they are overt, covert, malignant, etc. Covert narcissists typically avoid drama more than the overt ones who boast about themselves. Coverts often withdraw and conceal. Overt narcissists have larger egos and might return, driven by a desire to prove to themselves that they can attain whatever they desire. Malignant narcissists, on the other hand, may seek revenge on their ex-partners through smear campaigns and similar tactics. Your significance in relation to their public facade or social standing plays a crucial role. If you've already experienced devaluation and subsequent blocking, entering the discard phase, it likely coincides with them love-bombing a new source of admiration. If your connection with them was relatively short, say a 3-month relationship, chances are you didn't contribute significantly to their carefully crafted image for the outside world. Consequently, they move on swiftly, exploring and cycling through other sources that capture their attention. Now, if you've been part of their life for several years and they've chosen to block you, it could be a temporary hoovering attempt. They might seek your attention to entertain them while devaluing their current source. However, be prepared for them to discard you again once they find a fresh and captivating target. On the flip side, if you were married to them or share children, and their entire public image revolves around being a family man or the perfect mom/dad, expect hoovering attempts. In this scenario, they aim to draw you back into the abusive cycle to restore the facade of the perfect family they meticulously portray to the world. How your breakup occurred plays a significant role. For instance, if you conveyed your suspicion or knowledge that your ex is a narcissist, a covert narcissist might view you as unhooverable since you saw through their facade, causing them to feel threatened. Covert narcissists possess extremely fragile egos and are prone to entering a cold fury instead of an overt rage, explaining why they often resort to silent treatments. On the other hand, if your ex is an overt narcissist, they may attempt to portray you as the crazy ex. Their motivation for rekindling the relationship might be purely to test their ability to manipulate you, proving to themselves your perceived weakness and their power to obtain what they desire. In the case of a malignant narcissist, they might engage in a manipulative cycle, love-bombing you again, only to swiftly discard or ghost you, enjoying the spectacle of your emotional breakdown. Furthermore, they may initiate a smear campaign, stalking, or even resort to physical abuse. Malignant narcissists, characterized by a combination of narcissism and psychopathy, care the least about their public image, and pose the greatest danger in terms of harmful behavior. Another significant factor determining whether a narcissist will attempt to reconnect with you after a breakup is the physical proximity between you two. In essence, if the narcissist frequently sees you in person, there's a higher likelihood of them attempting a comeback. Unlike regular individuals who maintain a mental connection with loved ones even when they're not around, referred to as object constancy, narcissists, due to their narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, lack this capacity. For them, it's a case of out of sight, out of mind. If you consistently share physical space with them, be it through work, living nearby, chance encounters at places like Target, or shopping at the same grocery store, you become a constant presence in their life. This continuous presence triggers two primary reactions from the narcissist. Firstly, they will undoubtedly exploit any run-in opportunities to flaunt their new partner, beau, in front of you, especially if they are in the love-bombing phase with the new supply. Whether the narcissist is currently single or not with their new partner, They may flirt with others in your presence, or appear to completely ignore you, all aimed at extracting negative emotional reactions from you. The satisfaction they derive from seeing you hurt or annoyed fuels their manipulative tendencies. Secondly, your constant presence makes you more susceptible to being hoovered if you meet their Hoover criteria. If the narcissist perceives you as vulnerable, you become a target for hoovering, and they may engage with you when they're bored, reveling in the satisfaction of knowing they still have that control if you allow it. On the contrary, if you are not a regular presence in their physical life, perhaps you met online and primarily communicated through calls, texts, or social media, it becomes easier for them to cut ties by blocking you everywhere as they move on to exploit others. While they might still attempt to hoover you, especially during devaluation of their current sources, this is more likely to happen if something triggers their memory, given their deficiency in object constancy. For instance, if your name is Irene and they hear about a hurricane named Irene on the news, it might spur them to recall you. Even 10 years later, seemingly random events can prompt actions like creating a fake account to monitor your social media, testing whether they still hold sway over you. For a narcissist, the optimal source of supply involves triangulation, engaging 2 or more women in a dance to win his affection. This dynamic creates the ideal feeding ground for his ego. Rather than investing effort in attracting yet another new woman, it's more convenient to reintroduce a previous lover into the mix. The preference lies in someone he has already broken in, with broken being a crucial descriptor. In some instances, I've witnessed the ex-wife assuming the role of the other woman. The narcissist convinces her that he truly loves her, but cannot leave the new woman due to various reasons. Simultaneously, he portrays himself as the victim, claiming that his ex is incessantly stalking him. Astonishingly, some women endure this situation for an extended period, sometimes a decade or more. What's even more perplexing is that they direct their anger towards the other woman rather than the narcissist himself. It's a twisted yet potent source of narcissistic supply. He might notice that you've moved on and found happiness in your new life. You're no longer emotionally devastated, anxiously awaiting his return. Once a narcissist has asserted control over you, that ownership persists for a lifetime. Even if they no longer desire you, the moment someone else shows interest, it's as if the narcissist's interest is reignited, akin to a child reclaiming a toy they had grown bored of. This scenario becomes especially alluring if you're now married or in a committed relationship. Financial motivations could also be at play. Narcissists are driven to exhaust their victims, leaving them with nothing. If you manage to rebuild your life, accumulating possessions and wealth, the narcissist may feel a sense of failure in not completely destroying you. If they depart, leaving you with resources to start anew, it's a blow to their ego, compelling them to return and finish the job. Regardless of the circumstances, it's positive that you chose to block them. Stick to that decision. There's no valid reason for them to return hoover you after devaluing and discarding blocking you. If they attempt to come back, it will solely be to satisfy their ego by mistreating, manipulating, and eventually abandoning you again. Maintain your dignity and remain firm in your decision for no contact. I understand you might miss them, the fake version, the facade that showered you with affection. But remember, that wasn't the authentic them, and the trauma bond can be broken.